Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough Assassin's Creed Unity. Always mind the little things. Can I do that there? I hope I can do it here. Yes. Pick up the little scraps. Thank you very much. In the previous episodes we were hunting the first Nostradamus puzzle, but I decided, because I was just randomly thinking it was in the Notre Dame and randomly checking out this huge structure, which would take forever, so I decided to quickly take a peek on the internet for the first one, just to get a grip on how the developers think, so to say. Where it can be, and that's a good thing I did it, because it is actually somewhere totally different than here. I must admit, what my thinking was not very weird, I think.
Hey, Arno.
Considering the riddle was that something strikes twice an hour, hour by hour, and is flanked by a statue of law and justice. So I was like, okay, hour by hour, it's a church bell. This is the only church bell in game that I actually hear. There are many other churches, but you don't really hear them. And there are like, there are like two statues, one over there and one over there. Let's get out of this crowd. But I was also commenting in the previous episodes.
Arno, I need your help once more.
It said I strike twice an hour. And then it depends on your definition of I. Is that like the whole... I hear a chest, by the way, I think. We don't die. Is that like the whole building? Or is it only the clock? Or only the clock bell, so to say? And it appears to be, besides the fact that it's a totally different building, you just, and that's my learning point, you randomly have to look in the world for it. It's not like on the map, and I think mostly it will be a bit in the... I hope, but I'm not sure, I'm assuming.
Stay there, citizen!
That it will be a bit in the vicinity of where the Nostradamus Enigma started, actually. Man, I'm going totally in the wrong direction. I'm now going to where we need to go, but...
Eh bien, quel vagabond!
Is this the sand? Yes, here was the Enigma, and the actual solution, I think, is also around here. The guy said I went westward, then I saw it. Maybe it's the church over here, actually, but we will check about that. Finally, a bit of peace of mind. My headset is super loud, so all those crowds, they are like tearing into my eardrums. But anyways, you have to find it. The Enigmas. Here it was. This was our Enigma. I wield two blades, flanked by justice and law. I strike true and fair hour by hour. for monarchs and peasants alike. So you have to look for it, I assume, a little bit in the vicinity of where you find the riddle. Ah, there it is. Nice. So it's indeed pretty close. Man, I wish I could. If I zoom in, I cannot really control my camera fully because it's immediately utilizing like this gadget throwing mechanic. Before I had gadget equipped, I could actually fully pan the camera all sides, but I cannot unequip gadgets, even if I equip this one. How are you doing, Arno? Even if I equip one I don't have yet, I zoom in, I need to get into the bomb throwing mechanic, and I cannot really look up anymore. Really annoying. Is there any way I can... what I can do with that? I'm afraid not. Really annoying. Ah! It's the left button. I'm an idiot. It's just the left shoulder button. The zoom. Anyways, there it is. So it said I wield 2 swords. Ah, that is of course the clock fingers or pointers, whatever they're called. And there you have justice and the law. And it strikes twice or hour by hour. Machina quae bis sex tam juste divided horas justitiam servare monet leges quaetueri. Latin. Used to have a couple of years Latin classes. It has been too long ago. Anyways, let's solve this riddle. Here we go. Nice. Alright, we have a second riddle. Encircled by 24 petals of light, Our Lady of the Rose watches, silent as stone. So it's a statue. And there are 24 petals of light. Are that windows? All believers below. That's probably like church-going people. Look to the lady lit by the setting sun. Look to the blossoming rose. That's maybe like an hour, like a sundial or something. And that's maybe also called a rose. Here, these are the details I'm so amazed with. Check out everything here and the resolution, and it's just pretty mind-boggling. This text over here, how sharp it is. You will never see it unless you climb here. And also the decoration on that little, yeah, how do you call it? Little roofing over here. Qui dedet ante duas triplici em David ia coronam. Right. We are looking for come on, dude. 24 petals of light. But what I did notice, these Nostradamus Enigmas, they're very fun, I must say, because it's actually, yeah, free form, so to say. It can be anywhere in the world. It's not like hand holding, like an icon on the map and you just only have to go there. At the same time, they're pretty challenging, so probably I will have to do something in the meantime, get to know the world a bit better, and then I will more easily recognize locations in the riddles, I hope. And it's also maybe not said what I just thought, that the actual solution will be close to the riddle itself, because the new riddle is near the solution, near the former solution. For instance, here was our solution, and that's our new riddle. So it's not set, the closest by solution of this riddle is the previous solution, not the next solution. So I'm not sure whether it's also the case that the next solution will also be in this area. But let's just do a very quick, let's just assume it is all a bit in the same area. We are now in this area over there. And let's just see, where were we? Yeah, this is the building we are looking at now, I think. Let's just, yeah, the building is highlighted, but other buildings are as well. That's just because it's a landmark, I think. Ah, 24 petals. How many? That big church over there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I wanted to say maybe there were 24 pillars on that big church to the left, but let's check out that building anyways. So that building is over there, in that direction. Here we go.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent pousser à...
I thought maybe he was a merchant, but he wasn't. Again, check out the detail. And also check the textures of Arno's codes. Now, if you go really close up, you can really make out the individual, the fabric of his coat, and like the stitching and stuff. I don't know where they got these textures from 6 years ago, but there are not many games in 2020 that have this amount of texture detail and sharpness. It's crazy. Right, it's the big fight of the aristocracy and the commoners. You really feel like there's something up in the air here. And these dudes is apparently, that are like commanders. You don't want to find the fight goes now. They're pretty pretty heavy duty. They're really strong. I'm just checking whether our riddle may be over here. Our solution. Something is, it's a statue, I think, surrounded by 24 something. shrubbery. The shrubbery is actually moving dynamically when Arno moves through it.
Non. À l'aide. J'espère que ce n'est pas la peste. Dans le doute, n'approchons pas.
Alright, you always have to appreciate the little stuff. Ah, shit. Keep on thinking there might be some loot. I'm a loot picker. Right, where the hell is the big building? I'm again going in the wrong direction. Such an idiot. But it does help me get a grip to really, without using a minimap, you really, here it is. That's the one I wanted. You really get to know the world so much better. What are they looking at? Again, these ground textures, the color tone. I hope it comes over on the YouTube vid well enough, but in game, I am really like endlessly repeating myself. But in game, it looks so nice, this world. And it's such a likable character. Of course, I cannot comment on the story, but up until now I found it pretty engaging. Those windows, check it out. You can see the other windows of this building. You really can seamlessly go from indoor to outdoor, no loading screens. Lots of games really have those areas separated, be it by loading screens or some kind of a delay with a door mechanic or something. In this game, not. There are countless indoors, little apartments. You don't see, of course, assets are reused, but it's barely noticeable. Everything looks unique. Just amazing. Anyways, I was thinking that this building might contain the location, but it's of course totally guessing on my part. Let's see, I do think this is where we first started. The first main campaign mission. First primary campaign. God damn it. Arno, what are you doing, man? Just checking out, sorry. I was mesmerized by that little railing over there. Alright, 24 something. I find it quite annoying that I cannot reread the riddle. Does that mean I just really have to... There's, by the way, a basement in this building. It goes all the way below ground level. But does it mean I need to write down those riddles? That would be so weird. Why is nothing popping up here? Here it's popping up. But this one, not so much. Here. Untrack Solve the second riddle. Yes. But can I see the second riddle, please? Holy shit, check out how many. It's crazy. And this is... That's why it's pretty hard. It's not like the easiest. Maybe I could have better started with the easier ones. Wow. Why can't I see it? Whatever. I do like it that you actually have to do it by head. Anyways, the thing is 24 something. There was a statue. Is there a statue here? I mean, that's some kind of a sun rose or something. That could light up something. How many figures are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That looks like a rose. 12 plus 6 is 18. Plus 6 is 24. If you have like a little bit of a way of counting, I count 24. Yeah, how do you call it? Leaves. Would it be over there? Is it over here? I can only use it so much. But is there something lit up by this window? Man, I'm just really making stuff up as I go. I have no idea what I'm doing. What's this? Was this open earlier? As well? I don't remember. Maybe I have to look at it from the outside. Oh, damn it. No. Man, this detail, it's crazy. I'm not sure how long they've been working on this game, but if you see that they have been working 7 years on Cyberpunk, and this game maybe 1 or 2 years or something, then this is like a little bit bigger of an achievement, I would say. God damn it. I heard something. I heard something. I think I have to just let it go. I will just do another mission and I will see whether I may stumble upon something, but this is just maybe a little bit. Yeah, damn it. Too random what I'm doing here. Hello, dude. Stay up there. All right. Somehow he cannot make that little jump. Probably it also wasn't here because this building we already used in the damn it, I want to climb. Okay. In the primary campaign we already went over this building. Ah! This looks like something maybe. There's something over there. Some kind of a note. Let's check that. And let's leave this for now. But before we go, let's read about this building, because it is actually a landmark. I think it's a church. La Madeleine. Is that where we are now? Notre Dame. Saint Chapelle. This is the one, I think, with the big round window on the front. I think we already read this one. Yeah. Okay, I will quickly read it again. So I don't really remember. Saint Chapelle, or Holy Chapel, was built by Louis XIV, later canonized as Saint Louis, to house Christ's crown of thorns, which he had just purchased from Baldwin II. Oh shit, did I put on the timer? Oh, I'm such an idiot. No, I did not. I am such an idiot. Crown of Thorns, which he had just purchased from Baldwin II of Constantinople. Louis purchased the Crown of Thorns. That means Christ didn't travel into the future to buy a crown of thorns from Baldwin II of Constantinople. He had ready access to thorns in biblical times. He didn't need to go all the way to Constantinople to find some bloke called Baldwin II. Also, Baldwin II, so Baldwin I suffered through life with that god-awful name, then decided to give it to his son as well. Some people. The edifice is a unique example of seemingly invisible stonework, since its windows take up all the space between the structural support. Perhaps more extraordinary is that it was built in just 2 years, between 1246 and 1248. Believe me, I'm very familiar with European builders. Nothing else in their history has ever been built in 2 years. Not even a small wall or miniature water feature. It is set on 2 levels. The lower level was for Parisians and the people of the court. The upper level was for the king and his family. On important occasions, the king presented the crown taken from the reliquary to which he alone had the key. Ah, so there's probably still a reliquary here. To the kneeling congregation. Maybe that's what is below the ground in this building. It came close to being demolished during the revolution, but would eventually be used as a flower store, a club room for the Section de la Cité. And the last section, de la Cité, that is, I think, some kind of a club of that particular, they call it arrondissement, or like a sub-municipality within the city, like a section. And finally, a store for archiving old papers, which effectively saved it since it served the people. It bore a sign proclaiming national property for sale until 1837. All the sacred vessels and precious books had long since disappeared. sorry, my cat is walking on the mouse. So 1246 started building, 1837 it had the sign for sale, up until 1837. Alright, that was that. Now let's get to that paper thingy over there. No idea what that's all about. Hello. Alright, those Nostradamus Enigmas, they are nothing to poke fun of. Oh, god damn it. Alright, this is certainly not the fastest way. Let's just go like this. And normally I don't like to use eagle vision. I find it a bit cheating, like seeing people through walls and everything. So I will mostly only use it to maybe, or maybe not at all, but otherwise mostly for the enigmas. But now also just to get a grips with the game mechanics. What kind of stuff is all in this world? What are those? Check out this little detail. Support beams. Anyways, yeah, just about checking what could be. There it is. In the world. Alright, so there's something over there. What the hell is this? Interact. Ah, it's actually a newspaper. La Patriote 1791.
My friend.
The armies of the Prince Bishop and his allies now threaten our brothers in Liège. Their young republic cannot withstand the might of the Habsburg machine for long. Should they seek shelter in France, will not turn them away. Few onlookers were seen at yesterday's representation of Le Barbier de Seville. I think that's the barber from Seville. It is believed, in light of recent events, that the upper crust aura surrounding the outlandish playwright Beaumarchais has kept merrymakers at bay. So there's really like upper crust, I think like a class warfare going on. Lower classes will not go to place of the actor Beaumarchais because he's considered too upper class. Unknown rogues have made up with a selection of the crown jewels. As these are part of the treasury of France, those guilty are not only thieves but traitors. Report any suspicious pawners at once. Citizen Mirabeau. It's the same as... that's another one. Other play has won election to the post of President of the National Constituent Assembly. It's not a play, it's actually a citizen. I was thinking about like Citizen Kane or something. After a long, varied and mostly distinguished career, the respect he has earned from all sides should help France get things done. While the appeal of owning a piece of the Bastille may find favor with some misguided few, the Royal Director of Buildings is of a different and certainly legally superior opinion. He asks that you please desist in the practice. Alright. Does it now remain? Yes, annoying. Anywho, what to do? I cannot randomly start to find that Nostradamus riddle because I really have zero clue where to look for it. Like less than zero.
Massacrez-les! Massacrez-les tous!
Right, so we have to find a different activity, and I think a good one was those.
S'il continue, il va se
Yeah, where am I now? I wanted to say the cafe theater missions to expand the cafe theater to generate income. Or am I now just quitting too quickly? Am I overlooking the obvious here? I really like this musical instrument. Really feels a bit James Bond-like. Very dramatic. It was also very brief. It was only like... Oh, sorry.
Bonjour.
I cannot really imitate musical instruments. Maybe this is the last thing I'm gonna check out. I do find it a shame. Maybe I think with a certain upgrade I can sit on benches. Because I don't only want to sit on a bench to mingle in the crowd while I'm doing stealth. Also just to take in the world. Just roleplay that you're just taking a little break. Games don't do that enough. Have the player take a break from the action at his or her own leisure. Like, the only game that does that really well, I think, is Skyrim, where you can actually... Yeah, I'm not sure whether you need a mod for it. No, I don't think so. You can just sit on a chair on a table and just ponder a bit of what you have been doing and what you will be doing. And a lot of games don't give... It's really easy to incorporate. You don't need to develop much extra mechanics. But still, very few developers give the player that option. It would be so cool if I could just go here, kneel down, sit on my bum, and just sit here for a while, like 10 seconds. And then continue on your endeavors. It is just, just a really like a mini break in between the action, which is often not granted. It's a very small effort, but relatively big payoff game mechanic, I would say. I think, hey, I already destroyed this bell. Why is it still here? It does have like its bell weight hanging over there, but I cannot interact with it. So that's probably only visual. It has already been destroyed, but it respawns. Alright, now I've checked out this building pretty well now. I thought I already cleared out that one as well, so then can't I interact with this one anyways? No, I cannot. It's not popping up. It's not like the direction I was facing that may have caused the button prompt not to pop up. It's not popping up at all. Anyway, I am now really randomly looking about here, which does not make any sense. I don't see anything that fits that riddle, like a statue surrounded by 24 something. We could quickly check if there is anything here that looks to be surrounded by something. Or maybe, isn't this 24? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, this is way more pillars. Or maybe only these, the in between the pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 11 over there is 22. Yeah, and then you have like 23, 24, 25. Yeah, I think the riddle said 24. But this does make it a candidate. We have to get back to the cafe theater over here. Anyways, it was over here, right? The cafe theater, yes. So, by the way, pretty cool how actually far you can zoom in this map. Much more usable than Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs Legion, where you have like a super limited movement of your map. This is very useful. But I would say that we get back to the cafe theater, but also quickly check the Notre Dame for possibly something. So, where are we now? We are over here. For a possible Nostradamus Enigma. Sorry, just checking out stuff. Check out the resolution of those little nuts, whatever they are. Also, always on the lookout for possible loot chests. Also the amount of musicians. There are a lot of different musicians. Ah, I hear a chest. Let's get that chest. Where are the singers? Ah, there they are. Again, check all the different activities. Animations. Anyways, I heard. Ah, there it is. Very nice. Oh. Holy shit. There are more.
Patriote, viens donc afficher les couleurs.
This is my patch of trap.
Laissez-moi partir, monsieur. Personne, je jure.
Come back here and
Ah, they're actually pretty easy. Was not expecting that. Use smoke. That's a good tip that Leo K is a tutorial, Assassin's Creed tutorial producer on YouTube. His big tip was use smoke. Holy shit. 3 pins. Alright, I will never make this. Let that be clear. Unless I get more pins. I can buy them around the corner. No, this is not gonna work. Ooh, that one was pretty close. Damn it. I need more pins. I have no idea when to press. Alright, screw this one. Damn it. We were on our way to the Notre Dame and then the Cafe Theater. Just quickly check out what's going on over here. Ah, these are actually violin makers. And barrel makers.
Ma mère disait toujours que si tu ne sers à rien...
No! God damn it! What the hell? Dang! How annoying was that? Oh! Fuck me! Fuck me! What the hell? I didn't even draw my own swords like voluntarily. Suddenly I was in the thick of it. Totally annoying. Alright. Let's get to where we were. And they were actually still looking for me over there. Right, here we are. Before I go all the way back into that huge structure, I have to end the episode here anyways, because hitting the 45-minute markers, I think, though I not really exactly put the timer. I will be looking in between the episodes on the internet whether it's possible to reread your current Nostradamus riddle, because I have no idea how to refresh my mind on the riddle to really focus on what to look for. And that would be a pretty dumb mechanic. It would mean that I have to write them down on a piece of paper, like all the riddles. So I will be checking that, and then in the next episode, either we go and see for the Nostradamus Enigma in the Notre Dame. I think previously in the episode, or in the previous episode, I mistakenly said Louvre, but this is of course not the Louvre. That's like a different landmark. This is the Notre Dame. Either way, we'll be checking quickly for the Nostradamus Enigmas. If I cannot find anything on that riddle, if I cannot reread it, so to say, I might just as well immediately go back to the Cafe Theater in the next episode, and then we will do some Cafe Theater missions to be able to expand the Cafe Theater and increase the income it generates. That's for the next episode, guys. Hope you still enjoyed it somewhat. It's still me just coming to grips with all the mechanics and the different little side objectives in this game. Hope you still enjoyed it somewhat. For the meantime, do not forget yourself. You also never forget to always do. Keep on gaming. See you later.